I cordially salute you, dear core fellow teachers, on behalf of the English team of the Pedagogic Area of DevEdsar, which excitingly to you presents the explanation for the methodological research to learning. Sometimes, the more we think, the more clueless we become to understand how we are to successfully complete a task. The methodological research to learning is not that complicated if we assume it as a six-path learning process with specific characteristics each. First, there is time to think and explore students' previous knowledge by questioning to give opinion. Secondly, there is time to inquire to contrast viewpoints and nurture the student with new perspectives. Thirdly, there is time to construct to develop the lesson's learning purpose through well-designed and pertinent activities. Fourthly, there is time to transfer all above learnings into the student's real context. Fifthly, there is time to help students evaluate the process and reflect on the strategies which may be suitable for their own learning paces and styles. And sixthly, there is time to state authorship and give content developers as well as the educators MRTL creators the credit for their work. Time to think to give opinion is let's make contact and remember, which starts upon checking current catchy resources, which can be used to engage the student into the learning process they will be involved into. Good questions are important at this stage, but not to take them as language activities, but as thinking development activities. Questions like, what's your opinion? What do you think about this? Do you find this interesting? Why? Why not? Are to be answered by the student. Time to inquire to contrast points of view is let's inquire and contrast. And it is all about finding valid information that helps students question themselves to confirm or rethink the responses they may have drawn to the essential question or affirmation uttered in the MRTL. This activity is mainly self-reflective and may help the students to gain recent argumenting skills or stand a personal stance about a topic. This is it. These two stages, let's make contact and remember and let's inquire and contrast, are just to help students develop their thinking skills. Therefore, we should avoid language skills learning activities or trying to assess and or giving feedback to construct understanding, as the teacher's moderation role is the only thing required at these stages. Time to construct is let's construct, where a big variety of learning activities are proposed. We suggest to include IB-like and FCE-like language exercises. Let's construct is all about the learning purposes, competencies, capabilities, and skills we aim to foster in the students to concrete their language skills development. Let's Construct is also the stage where the teacher expands knowledge and helps students construct understanding through their feedback. Not any kind of feedback though, but reflective feedback. How did you get to that conclusion? Is there anything else you would like to think of? Are ways to get the students discover their own answers to their questions. Time to transfer is let's transfer. This stage in the process is all about contexts. Remember that we begin the learning experience from an Anglophone or a global context. Everything we propose in the process leans onto authentic resources, and in here we help transference to the student's real context, community, country, social or educational contexts. This will surely make learning meaningful. Time to evaluate and reflect is let's evaluate and reflect. It is about getting the student analyze and reflect upon their own learning process. This stage can also include the evaluation of the acquired knowledge. The idea is helping the student reflect upon the ways to conquer autonomy, accordingly their own learning pace and style. Time to state authorship is all about including sources of information in the bibliography and references, as well as recognizing the teacher's authorship because it is your work. Well, this is it. Thank you and
May the Force be with you.